Hey, it's PhillyFans21 here, and I'm back again talking about the Philadelphia 76ers, and more specifically, their overtime win yesterday versus the Miami Heat. So before we get into the video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you're new, and if you want to see more content like this. And without further ado, let's get into the video. So to start out, this game was way closer than it should have been. The Miami Heat hung in the game way too long. I know we only had 10 players, but they only had 7 players. And we still had Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, so this game should not have been as close as it was, but I think a lot of what contributed to it being that close were the turnovers and just a lot of mistakes that can be fixed and cleaned up, and especially when we get our full team back, I think we're going to look much better than we did last night. But the one thing that I specifically want to talk about that I'm sure everyone knows about is Joel Embiid scoring 45 points, having 16 rebounds, 4 assists, and 5 steals, which I believe is the first time that anybody has done that in the NBA since the 1983-1984 season. So at this point, I feel like we can all say that Joel Embiid has established himself as a realistic MVP candidate for this season. He's playing like it. Last night, I could just see in the third quarter when he came out and scored 20 points in the third quarter, you could tell he just wasn't going to let the Sixers lose their 4th straight game. I think he came out and said that after the game, but he was dominating. He was hitting all his jump shots. He was backing people down. He was getting fouled. He was hitting all his shots. And that's the kind of performances you need sometimes when things just aren't clicking as well. So obviously Joel Embiid played a great game last night, and let's just hope to see more things like that from him in the future. Ben Simmons fouled out of this game, which the refereeing, the officiating in this game was not the best. I think some of the fouls that they gave Ben Simmons and they gave to Maxey and they gave when the Heat players were shooting threes just were not the correct calls. And a lot of the whistles were late, but let's just not talk about the officiating. Let's just talk about Ben Simmons. So Ben Simmons, I feel like, has been really kind of passive in this first part of the season, and coming back yesterday especially, he only shot the ball twice, I think. So that's obviously not enough. He needs to shoot the ball more. He needs to look for his own shot more. I do believe he's going to go through a stretch this season where he's just being aggressive and looking for his own shot and scoring a lot more points than obviously 5 or whatever he did last night. But the thing that stays constant with him is his passing is always great. He had 12 assists last night, and I think he rebounded the ball well as well, and he's always going to play good defense. Even if it's not his best defensive effort last night, he still played solid defense. And another player we should talk about, I guess, is Danny Green, because he came out, and I think he tied the franchise record for threes in the game with 9 threes. And it's really impressive because he came out after a game where he shot 0 for 9, 0 for 7 from 3. Hit 9 3-pointers was big for us, and he had some good defensive plays in the game too, where I think at the end of the game, Isaiah Joe hit a 3, and they had the ball, and we needed to steal, and he got the steal. And so he came up big last night. Hopefully we can see more things like that from him in the future. Let's just hope that this game on Thursday against the Heat again is not as close as it was last night, because I don't think it should have been this close. Hopefully Ben Simmons is a little bit more aggressive, and Joel Embiid doesn't need to score 45 points for us to win the game, but that was very, very impressive, and I was cheering the whole time. So with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this video, this short video that I was putting together, because I feel like this is a worthy game to talk about. So thanks for watching. See you in the next video.